For years, we've followed one simple rule of the ocean: no feeding, no touching, and no interference, because this isn't our world. Yet here in Moorea, that rule gets blurred. Tourists standing in crystal clear water, and stingrays gliding between their legs, and sharks circling just meters away, and the guides actively encouraging you to touch, feed, and interact with the wildlife.
And here's the thing, it's incredible and truly unforgettable. But it raises one question, one that's not so easy to answer. Are we connecting with the wildlife, or are we changing it?
And by the end of this episode, we would love to know what you think.
We are John and Ellie, the Barefoot Doctors. Join us on this journey because life is better barefoot.
For the last 2 years, this moment has lived in our imagination. Not just sailing again, but arriving, truly arriving, just like in a dream. And today, that dream has a name. It's called Moorea. There are islands, and then there's Moorea. A place where mountains don't just arise, they explode out of the earth. Sharp, dramatic, and impossibly green.
As we sailed our Nortec 40 towards this island, it didn't feel real. It felt like stepping into a painting.
This is our first Polynesian island on our own boat. And somehow, it feels like the beginning of everything. The water here is every shade of blue you've ever seen, and some that you haven't. And some might say there's 50 shades of blue. Shallow lagoons and glowing turquoise, and then dropping away into a deep, endless sapphire. Okay, well, the day is here. We're going for a little explore around Moorea. Some people say Moorea, some people say Moorea. Anyway, we're on this island. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just absolutely everything French Polynesia. And we've packed a little bag. We're ready to go for an explore. John's tried the dinghy out the other day.
It worked.
It worked, so that's really good. And today we're going to just potter around. This is the anchorage we're at. It's just gorgeous. Let's launch this dinghy. Time to go.
Everywhere you look, there's life. Below the surface, Moorea reveals another world entirely. Coral garden stretching as far as you can see, alive with colour, movement and energy. And then you start to notice the shadows. And even blacktip reef sharks gliding towards you, curious, calm, and completely at home.
And stingrays drifting like ghosts over the sand. It's so cool. Also turtles swimming and just drifting, and also sometimes sleeping and hiding amongst the rocks. It's so cool. They are just slow and ancient and completely unbothered by us.
This isn't an aquarium, this is real, and we are in it.
In Moorea's lagoon, these encounters aren't accidental, they're actually created. The boat arrives, the food goes in, and suddenly you're surrounded. Stingrays brushing against your legs, and their skin is soft and almost rubbery. They're surprisingly gentle and really curious. You know, they don't just tolerate you, do they?
No.
They actively seek you out.
They come to you, and they rub against your leg. Looks like they're wanting to be stroked with your hands.
And it's almost like they're hugging you in some cases. it's not just a food, because even without food, they linger, resting on the sand, letting you impossibly close, don't they?
Absolutely. People are walking around and they just sit there.
Or their legs swimming over top of them.
I put the GoPro camera within 3 inches of their eyes and it just sat there.
And they see you, and they're looking at you with their eyes when you go down to at eye level with them. They're just beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sharks, black-tipped, calm and controlled, but always there. And as divers, we've always been taught to never feed the wildlife and certainly never touch it. And the principle is never to change natural behaviour.
And feeding sharks is linked to altered behaviour, conditioning, and in rare cases, aggression, right? So where's the line? Because standing here in crystal clear water with stingrays gliding all over your feet and touching you, and sharks cruising past, feels magical. But is it harmless? Or are we slowly changing the very thing that we came here to experience? We genuinely don't know the answer, but we'd love to know what you think. Is this connection or is it interference?
And let us know your views in comments below, guys. And if snorkeling isn't enough, Moorea takes it one step further, drift diving.
Ooh, yeah.
You're carried by the currents through the passes. You don't just swim, you glide. And it feels like you're flying. Over reefs, through schools of fish, and with the ocean deciding where you go next.
It's super cool. I would totally recommend drift diving in a safe place. But it can be wild, unpredictable, and completely unforgettable. But Moorea isn't just about what's below the surface. You've just got to step ashore and the island just transforms again. Those gorgeous towering peaks wrapped in thick jungle. I love it. But what do you like about it?
Well, there are trails that wind their way through ancient landscapes, and every turn reveals another breathtaking view.
And then woven through it all is a history that runs deep.
The Polynesian culture here stretches back centuries. Time of the gods, of navigation, of connection to the land and the sea. Stories told through carvings, through dance and through belief.
And sometimes those stories lie beneath the surface, like submerged tikis and silent reminders of the past that were forced to change. Because when missionaries arrived, ancient traditions were pushed away, buried or thrown in the sea.
But even now, those stories aren't lost. You just need to know where to look.
So the tikis were intentionally carved out of volcanic rock by an artist here on Moorea, and they were strategically placed here, and it was done to represent the ancestry of the French Polynesian people, particularly the time when the missionaries came and converted people into Christianity, because they had to then throw a lot of their tiki symbols into the sea and be buried. So he did that as a representation of bringing back that Polynesian culture. So how's that?
Very interesting.
And as the sun begins to fall, Moorea changes once again.
Drums echo through the night, flames light up the darkness, and fire dancers move with a rhythm that almost feels hypnotic. Ancient, powerful, and alive. You know what I'm talking about.
And then just when you thought it couldn't get any better, you find yourself here, drinking a coffee or a cocktail on the beach, watching the sunset melting into the ocean.
How's life?
That's just great. Cheers.
Moorea's restaurants are something special. Fresh fish, local flavours, served right on the beach. Simple, relaxed, and perfect.
And for us as liveaboards, there's another side of island life. This Cook's Bay is a safe anchorage surrounded by gorgeous towering peaks.
Great for storms.
And one of the most convenient stops we've ever found when we're provisioning. There's a supermarket with its own jetty.
Pull up at the jetty, walk around to the front of the building, buy all your groceries, put them in the cart, drive them back to the dinghy and load directly into your dinghy and motor back to the boat. It is absolutely fantastic.
It's so civilised. We have such a pleasure, wasn't it?
And you also have fresh fruit and veggies right next door. Here is the Super U supermarket, which is pretty good for provisioning. You have the trolleys and the dinghy is just at the end of the car park there. Absolutely fantastic.
What a pleasure. That was such a pleasure.
Yeah, right there.
It's so
Jetty.
convenient.
You can push the trolley right up to the dinghy. Absolutely fantastic.
I know. Wow.
The simple things in life, eh?
And then you just take the shopping trolley back. It's just amazing. Let's come shopping again tomorrow. And suddenly reprovisioning is easy.
After weeks of planning, emails and uncertainty, that felt like luxury.
Moorea has given us everything that we'd hoped for and more.
But now it's time to find out what this boat
And
ourselves are capable of, because we're setting off on a 220-mile upwind crossing to the Tuamotus, and the weather forecast isn't that great. It's going to be a rough sail, strong winds, and we are going to have to make our way upwind to get there, because that's against the trade winds.
But if we don't do it now, the weather forecast is totally against us. It's now. We got to go. It won't be easy, and it may not be that much fun.
But we have to get there, and we want to see the Tuamotus because they are absolutely spectacular as well.
But we're only just getting started. So if you've enjoyed this journey so far and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because we don't want you to miss out on all the good things that are going to be coming up. And they are going to be coming up. Because in the next episode, we take our Nautic 40 Open into open ocean and find out what she's really made of. Because
life is better barefoot.
So this means we'll see you out there.
All the best, guys. Bye. And as always, a big thanks to our Patreons who support the Tough Minds program, which is continuing to make a big difference and save lives around the world every single day.
So we'll see you in next week's video. Bye from us.
Blacktip reef sharks. Blacktip reef sharks gliding effortlessly. Blacktip.
Oh, get it together, man. Stops we've ever found when we're provisioning.